I was watching a Peter Rollins video yesterday. It's a fascinating video. I posted it on a Nobody Gospel Facebook page, so if you get a chance, check it out. Peter Rollins was talking about how we don't actually believe what we think we believe. That there's something deeper in the recesses of our being, he called it either the heart or the unconscious, that will eventually reveal itself. He gives the example of the fact that he says he loves animals, but he eats animals. And he also knows that some animals are treated with in an inhumane way that end up on our dinner table. Made me think about a story that occurred, I don't know, 17, 18 years ago. I had an employee, and he was one of these die-hard Alabama fans. I mean, he had the bumper stickers and the license plate, and, on Friday before game day, he wore his houndstooth tie and his lapel pin. And throughout the week, he was getting in conversations with people about the Tide. He would always end it, "Well, roll Tide." Sometimes it would tickle me because he would say things like, "Boy, I'm really nervous about Saturday." And in the back of my mind, I was thinking, why are you nervous? You're not going to suit up. But that was this guy's worldview. I mean, his worldview was the Alabama Crimson Tide. One day we were up front of the store, and this older couple pulls into the parking lot and parks right in front of our store. On their license plate, it was "God is my co-pilot." Hanging from the rearview mirror was a cross. And immediately this guy says, "Boy, I hate it when people wear their faith on their sleeves." I found that humorous, and of course, I immediately had to be a jackass. And I said, yeah, kind of like when people wear their love for their football team on their sleeve. Of course, it wasn't long after that he quit. You know, looking back on that event, he really didn't have a problem with people wearing their faith on their sleeve or their love on their sleeve. He had a problem with Christianity in some sense. I don't know why that was. I mean, he was a faithful member of his church. He was active in committees and was a leader. But something about those people's faith bothered him. I think it revealed something deeper inside of him than it, or revealed something in him, not them. It could have been that deep down inside he really didn't believe the Christian message. Or it could have meant that he was disgusted at himself because he didn't have the boldness to live such a open life for Christ. Who knows what his rationale was? If I wasn't such a jerk, maybe I could have found out what the real reason was. So after watching that video yesterday, I walked in the living room, and a friend was over, and she and Autumn were talking, and I bring up this video and thought it could be helpful for our visitor's life. She's a young girl, and if she could get a hold of this reality that we don't necessarily believe what we think we believe, then maybe she can get a head start on her life. Autumn immediately interrupted me before I got started and said, "Now, listen, Steve now considers himself an atheist, but it's really not true. Is there something about my life that is causing my wife to question whether I actually believe what I think I believe? Or is it her wishful thinking that I didn't believe what I believe? Who knows? I'd like to think it's the first instead of the latter. Because in this experience of mine the last few months, I have found everything that I was looking for in religion. Contentment, joy, peace, patience, hopefully kindness and love. I found those things. And maybe as my life is beginning to reveal those things, my wife sees that there's something deeper inside the recesses of my mind that I'm not even aware of. Who knows? Something to explore. Last year, I think it was the last event my wife went to at church before she left church. It was a Christmas musical. And after the event was over, she was talking with one of the pastoral staff. And she asked him, she said, what would happen if we actually believe this story? We often say we believe things, but then we live contradictory to our beliefs. Maybe you'll discover the hidden things in your mind where you don't actually believe the things that you think you believe. And I hope I find those things to be true too. See you next time.